Super.
And we are back. This is Super BS. Just waiting to give you guys the sweet things that you love. My name is Brian Brink Broderson Wagoner. So that Brink Broderson
last name.
was in quotes because that was my old alias. I miss it, love it, and I think about it every day. Josh Palderson is out with a family emergency this week. He will be back. We miss him and tell him we love him every day of the week.
Every day.
And who is on my left if it isn't Stank Bank?
Real quick, I wanted to make sure everyone knows I wasn't laughing at the family emergency. I was laughing at Palderson.
I don't know about that.
I want that to be clear.
Let the record show.
Thoughts and prayers to Josh and his family for real.
Yeah, that's for sure. So who is this? Who's this talking?
This
This
is
freak.
Dave. This is Dave.
Dave?
AKA Stank Bank.
Dave, we don't know his last name still.
Nope. Yeah,
And
you're not gonna get it. You gotta get on Patreon to get that last name.
My goodness.
I don't give
We're
that
gonna
out for
get
free.
And there's somebody here whispering in the background from last week. This guy came back, blast from the past. Who is it?
Brian Wagoner.
Damn you! I said Jake. Jakey
That's not his real name.
So what's your name, man? Tell us.
Oh crap! I don't remember. What was it?
Oh my
Vita.
Oh, Vita Vita.
Vita.
Vita, baby, Vita.
That's my daughter's name, but
That's right. That's
but
right.
it's also my.
It's a family name.
It's a
Jake McShafes will call you then if you don't want to give
Vita Vita. My real name is Jacob Mark Schaefer. For anyone that's listening, you can go to my website at jacobmarkschaefer.com. But Vita Vita here.
plug.
We're gonna have to cut that plug out post op.
I put all
Also sitting in for Donna, who's also
Oh, my goodness.
going through some medical stuff, but he will be back.
He
Yeah,
will with
we've-
a vengeance.
And
And Josh, we're just trying to keep him out of here, man. I've been locking the door on that guy. Keeps playing Halo Wars 2. Nobody wants to hear about that.
he beat it. Why is he still playing it?
He should have stopped playing it weeks ago. Anyways,
Once you stop liking something, you should stop playing it.
that is true. And I don't even like it when people go back and play something or watch a movie that they've already seen. It makes me sick. I don't like
Right.
when people like things, okay?
No one's ever done that.
I like just you watch the thing, you listen to it once, you throw it in the trash, and you burn it.
Throwaway culture.
That's we're throwaway culture. Okay, we're millennials, guys. Get used to it. My young teenage body just doesn't like it.
Your Kingdom Hearts body.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, it was a baby when Kingdom Hearts came out. So,
Production baby.
So
So what's on the
Jakey-
agenda?
oh, what's on the agenda? That's the good question for you, Jakey. What you been playing this week? Give us the truth.
Been playing.
Give it to us.
One of those anime Steam sale games.
That's
Ooh.
all he plays all
Oh,
week.
but- No, I've been playing Shovel Knight for the first time,
Nice.
and it is fantastic.
No, it's great. Where are you in it?
Very the second castle, third castle, but I'm loving it. It wasn't. I watched other people play it, just kind of offhandedly, and wasn't that impressed. But I really didn't give it the time. And then I was visiting Donna and was watching him play it on a Switch, which I got to play for the first time. The Switch. Nice. And my quick 2 cents on the Switch is it looks awesome. Didn't like the controllers that came with the Switch, but I heard the Pro controllers are better.
It's way better.
Way better. So, but I loved, playing the Switch. It was pretty awesome. Played
It
Shovel
is
Knight.
cool.
Real quick,
what do you play else on the Switch?
What about the controllers? Isn't there the Joy-Cons that come on the
That's what he's
pad?
talking
Yeah,
about.
the
those
ones that
sweet
came
babes.
with it was not.
You don't like
No,
those.
Well, here's the deal. I'd probably get used to it, right? Any controller I've always gotten used to
Yeah.
it, right? But this one did feel extra funky to me
Yeah.
right off the bat.
It's because the D-pad. There's no D-pad. Like the D-pad, the
D-bag?
up-down-
Is that what
a
you're
D-bag,
calling Jake a
yeah.
D-bag?
I'm calling. I said he's
Wow.
a D-bag. I said
Hello.
the
Vita,
the D-pad below the analog stick. There's a D-pad up, down, left, right, just like on the original
Yeah.
Nintendo. But to make the Nintendo Switch Joy-Con be able to like split apart, they made those separate buttons. So like if
Oh.
a second person's gonna play, they can press those buttons as A, B, X, Y alternatives.
Got it.
Yeah.
So
it
there's
just-
no D-pad, which makes 2D platformers really difficult to play.
So it just
Gotcha.
felt extra funky. I'm sure I could get used to it, but I mean, if there's an option of a Pro controller, The question is, Nintendo, why didn't you just put the Pro controller out there with it?
Yeah. Well, it's $70. That's why you can make 70 bones on that sweet babe. What else?
Anyway,
So
Shovel Knight.
you've been playing Shovel Knight on your Vita or just on the Switch over there?
On my Vita. I went and got it.
Okay,
I've had it
that's
from
good.
my Vita.
You got
Finally started playing it.
You got that Kratos bad boy, man. You got to kill him.
And I'm
Kratos
loving
is
it.
in there.
And I'm loving it.
McDonald's.
It's a great game. A lot of fun.
Okay, nice. That's what I like to hear. What have you been playing, Davey?
I've been playing some Ori, getting a little more Ori. I just beat that sweet Jinsu tree.
Oh, nice. Is that the second or third tree?
I think it's the first tree where
nice.
where you clear the pollution or the contamination within the tree, and then all the water starts flooding, and it's a race to escape the tree. It's
That's
really
so
fun,
hard.
really fun sequence.
Yeah, those escape scenes are like the
Yeah.
hardest part of the game.
It is
though.
really
You get
cool.
stuck.
I'm playing it on hard.
Why?
Because it's super rewarding when you beat a sequence
No,
like
it's
that.
not.
Yeah, it is. It's really fun to play it on hard.
is one of those rewarded types.
That's like when Fallout 3 came and you could play in hard mode, where you have to drink water and all this stuff, right?
Survival mode.
And survival mode. And
Yeah.
I when all the boys we got it. I don't know why, but I thought we all agreed.
Nope, no one ever did
I
that.
thought we all agreed we were going to be playing survival mode. So I
don't
put
see
in
that.
like 50 hours roughly and did
Yeah.
not get very far. I was not as far as you guys.
Yeah.
And then I was like, you guys were like, no, we're not playing hard mode. We're just playing normal. And I was like,
Well, but see, you probably learned a lot about yourself during
and
that
about
experience.
love and pursuits
I've
of happiness.
learned that I don't care about playing hard. Normal mode is how I'll play every game.
Yeah,
I'm a
normal
hardman.
is- I'm a hardsman.
I'm a hardsman, man.
I like getting
No.
that hardsman
Born
all
and-
over me.
Born and raised hardsman.
Well, is anything else that you've been playing that's sweet?
I've been trying to play Shadow of Mordor, but I just haven't had the courage to deal with Xbox customer service because
Oh, is it still saying you don't own it?
Yeah, they still saying I don't own it, even though I've already
Nice.
played it. And they're like, "Oh shoot,
Phil, we know you listen to this podcast, man. Just help a brother out,
we
okay?
can't let Dave have fun. We have to charge him."
Reggie,
for
what
it."
are you doing? Hit us up.
I like
Reggie,
Reggie,
right.
Nintendo.
CEO
He's got to hand it.
Microsoft.
CEO
They all
of
collude.
Nintendo.
They're all in a board meeting talking about colluding. They're all there.
But I love how you think they're going to charge you again when they already charged you the initial time.
That's the Xbox way, man.
They love charging.
That's the
man.
AAA way.
Reggie.
Well,
Probably-
I'm going to go over what I've been playing then.
I would
real quick.
love to hear what you've been playing.
Pass.
I've been playing a little bit of Horizon Zero Dawn, and by a little bit I mean I probably played another 40 minutes.
Has the game changed completely since you
in
talked
those
about
40
last
minutes,
week?
man? It is crazy. It's like night
All those
and day.
updates, man.
The game is just so the photo mode, man. It's amazing.
All the changes are probably better, but you're probably still mad about it.
I am
right?
so upset. I don't want a game that changes. Okay, I
No,
want all
man.
those bugs. Give me those bugs.
Give me them bugs.
No, it's I played it a little bit. I'm like I think still at the main beginning part. When I'm watching movies, I'll be playing a lot of Mario Kart 8. Been doing that 150cc. Been going through those cups, getting those 3 stars gold.
Yeah, it's so cool to play a game over and over again.
I love
every
it.
single system.
Hey, I'm sorry that it's got 16 GPs on it, 16 different Grand Prix
I was
to
gonna
play.
ask, what does that even
I
mean?
didn't.
Everybody knows what GPs are. But actually, I want to talk about something that I played today, which is kind of cool. The Destiny 2 beta.
Whoa, on the Xbox or
on
the
Xbox?
Xbox?
Xbox.
How was that? You get your
Wait,
Warlock on?
one more time. I literally zoned out for about 5 seconds.
It's a long time to zone out.
So what game?
Destiny 2.
Destiny 2.
The beta. Yeah.
Destiny's Child 2.
Destiny Child 2. You sing all the songs.
Lemonade.
I'm a Survivor. Lemonade, the Beyonce solo albums. Jake, sorry, that's different from the Destiny's Child catalog.
Frank really knows his DC.
Oh my goodness. When you get that mixed up with TLC, that's when I get
That's
angry.
a sin.
That is wrong. We'll kick you right up
Scrubs
the podcast.
don't get no love.
That is true, Dave. Preach it.
So the beta.
No, it's
Wow.
actually, it's really.
We need Josh.
Oh man, Josh,
Or
I miss
Donna.
you. And
Shasha.
Dank and Donna Dank Kush, all of his aliases. We miss you, man. No, Destiny 2 beta, it's pretty great. I felt the same thing about the Destiny 1 beta. I did not like Destiny 1 after I beat the base game. But I played through the story mode, which is like, hey, you go through a burning building, kill a bunch of guys. The gunplay's great. The running's great. The dialogue's actually okay.
Is Peter Dinklage in there again?
Peter Dinklage.
Phoning it in.
They did not allow him to come back. They left him on the boat of plot devices. The people from Game of Thrones that get left behind.
Cersei, the actress who plays Cersei, is in it, right?
She might be in it. She's been in some other games. No, but I played through it. It's still plays great. And then I played a multiplayer match. It's a fun game, but I have a feeling once you beat it, like the first one, it's just gonna be kind of over.
What makes it 2 as opposed to 1? What makes it
Well,
different?
they added a number to it. Okay, so they had 1 out.
The graphics, dum-dum.
The graphics are better?
Actually, they are because
Yeah.
the first one was on Xbox 360 and PS3, so they had to kind of like scale it back so it could run on everything.
Right.
So this one they didn't do that, but I don't know. I mean,
Didn't they?
I think for most didn't they? For most things,
There's a new class, right?
no.
There's not a new class?
There is a new subclass, but they added like 2 of those in or they had 1 of those in the expansions anyways, in like the Taken King expansion.
Is it a full $60
Full
game?
$60.
Wow, sounds like a cash grab.
It is, as long as they give me new planets, I think that's the big thing. Like, they only had 4 in the original, and if they only keep 4 for this, that's, I don't know, whatever.
I just
Then they
don't
can do what
get
they
why
want.
that couldn't have been given in multiple expansions. Like,
Yeah.
why did they have to make a new game?
I think it's because they made it, like, so convoluted and so, like...
Just want to do a Noah's Ark flood
They
type
did.
thing?
That's exactly what they did. Their rationale in the plot is that all of your weapons and all of your stuff got destroyed when
Dude.
the enemy attacked, so...
I freaking
There you
loved
go.
the Noah's Ark game on Nintendo.
That is great.
I would
yeah.
legit.
Did anybody play 3D Noah's Ark, though, real quick?
No.
I
No,
wanted to play it. It's a
but
Super Nintendo game.
Back to my point.
Yeah.
I wish some indie developer or something out there made a game where you got to wrestle all the animals up and get them onto that ark.
That was a fun
That's
game.
what you gotta do, man.
That would be tight.
Real quick,
I would play that.
and that's why we should play the Super Noah 3D on SNES, because it was actually a Doom mod where you're
Whoa.
first person Noah who runs around, I think, like putting all the animals to sleep and grabbing them.
Oh my gosh.
In first person, so it's awesome.
First
And
person.
there's also Nazis in there, probably, from the Wolfenstein mod.
Is Emma Watson in it? Or
Emma-
Russell Crowe?
Emma Watson
It's
and
a-
Russell Crowe.
It's a
man.
precursor to the movie.
Oh, did
Noah
you guys
movie?
watch that trash?
I-
I did on Netflix, I want to say.
I did watch it,
Yeah, it's amazing.
and I kind of enjoyed it.
Oh my gosh.
Let's do a real quick movie minute. Have we been watching some movies?
minute. A New York minute.
This is a movie minute. It might last a little bit longer than a minute, but I watched Baby Driver. Did we talk about that?
Baby's Day Out.
Baby's Day Out.
Yeah, I saw
starring
it.
Baby Driver.
Starring Baby Driver. I haven't seen it.
Baby Driver.
Heard
Or
good
Baby's
things.
Driver.
I heard really good things. Yeah.
It is cool. It's supposed to be like a modern musical or whatever, but
Well,
it is
hopefully
just
they'll
fun.
make 2 or 3 more and ruin it.
Yeah, I want them to make
Like
it the
teen
Fast and
driver,
Furious
young
8,
adult driver,
and then
geriatrics
a
driver,
YA driver for all those
YA.
kids.
texting driver.
Dunkirk's coming out. I'm pretty excited
Yeah,
to see
today,
Oh, yeah.
tonight,
looks cool.
6 and 9.
What I
PM,
really
almost
like
watched
about it is it's just a white dude movie.
I don't like
Nope.
it when everyone's represented positive. No, I'm just
I
joking.
don't.
We're gonna cut this out.
Actually, I only bring
sarcasm.
that
I'm
up
sorry,
because
guys.
it's getting flack for not having
Oh, really?
for not having a diverse cast. It's
Isn't
like
isn't it like a Western
guess I understand
European?
it's an English army fighting World War II.
Yeah, I don't.
Well, Jake, they had every single race represented in the English Army in 1892.
I feel like people who say that
whenever
kind of
World
stuff
War
are
II
just
was.
bored. They're just like, whatever.
I love
say this
causing
and-
social strife.
I
Okay.
think some people do.
I love it.
Anyways, but so
beyond
Baby Driver
Dunkirk-
was good.
Baby Driver was amazing. I still want to see them War of the Planet of the Apes. Have you guys been looking at that?
No, that looks terrible.
Looking at
man.
that? It's
I-
gonna be amazing. I love
haven't-
Dawn of the Planet of the Apes.
It looks terrible.
I haven't seen any of these new Planet of the Apes. The last Planet of the Apes movie I saw was Tim Burton's
Tim Burton's
with
the,
Marky Mark.
the number one man.
I like that movie's good.
It is good.
It's a
Actually,
good
it's a lot of
movie.
fun. I loved it as a kid because they have a scene where a monkey jumps backwards onto a horse, and it's like
It is
I
pretty
remember
rad.
seeing the making of and like watching it. I was like, whoa, he did that! He did it! Did anyone watch Spider-Man: Homecoming though? I want to get through some movies because there's the summer blockbuster.
Pirate
season.
Man Homecoming.
Pirate Man: Homecoming.
No.
He shoots webs onto buildings. Doesn't make sense. But he flies a giant
Okay,
pirate
I now
ship
know
around
what you
New
said, but
York.
it legitimately sounded like you said
Pirate Man, the main number one blockbuster for the last couple weeks. Pirate Man's Homecoming, starring Captain Hook. Have you guys watched anything then at all this summer?
Okay,
No,
when
but
when you
my-
have kids, go ahead.
No,
go
no,
ahead.
no.
I know when you have
Vita
kids.
Vita.
We're 19 years old, guys. We're going to midnight
Yeah.
showings on the
Oh,
reg.
Right.
We're seeing 300 on the reg.
Hundo.
That's a modern movie that just came
Modern
out. Okay,
film.
a couple weeks ago.
Great film.
then we watch My Chemical Romance.
See,
Well, some of our friends are in the mountains.
I see 1 to 2 movies a year, and usually
Finding Nemo.
those movies have the word Star Wars in them in the title somewhere, and
At the
or
end.
are released by Studio Ghibli. So those are the only
There's
movies.
Star Wars at the end, so it's weird films.
Yeah,
Like,
they're parodies.
this isn't Star Wars.
This isn't Star Wars. Exactly.
It's the main film. Before we get into some of that sweet news, we're going to take a little break. Oop.
Hey everyone, venture into the pop culture cosmos today, where you'll hear our conversations on different topics within the world of movies, TV, video games, comic books, technology, board gaming, and more. You'll also get a taste of some of our other shows within the cosmos as well. So come on and join us each week as we delve into the pop culture cosmos.
Welcome to the Pop Culture Cosmos.
And we are back. That's the Batman for the day. He's coming in just to say we're back. We're here for some sweet news, actually. There's been a lot of cool stuff that's happened since we last left, which is weird. Summer is normally like the drought, and there's no gaming news, no games that come out, nothing that happens. But yeah, there's been some cool stuff. Overwatch this week is getting a character named Doomfist. Do you guys know about this?
Yep, I do.
Have you played Overwatch, either of you?
Yeah, I own Overwatch.
What about you, Jakey?
Negative.
No, it's a great multiplayer shooter.
It's an awesome game.
That is our friend, the airplane. That's our private jet. We're just about to get jetted off somewhere, guys. Sorry.
Reggie!
Oh, this is going to be a short
What are you
episode.
doing? You're late for the podcast. Reginald.
Well, I am the president of CEO of Nintendo.
Yeah, Overwatch is awesome.
Yeah.
I picked it up on a sale, I think over December time.
Yeah.
Got it for like $35. Super great purchase.
Have you played with Orja? I haven't played since they had that character.
No, I haven't. The last character they had was Sombra. That's when I was playing pretty heavily.
Yeah,
since then.
I think it's a great game, but it is really easy to just like fall off the tracks with it, you know?
It's a game that you have to have chops for, and you have to play pretty consistently to be competitive.
Yeah.
In a game like that, if you're losing every time or you're not doing well, you're not going to have fun. Like a MOBA or Counter-Strike, any sort of competitive game.
Yeah. I think it's a little bit better than like League of Legends or Dota, where you're dumping 45 minutes into a match and then you lose. But I get what you're saying.
But the time commitment's still there. Like the skill,
it's like 15 minutes though, which is nice.
As far yeah. But
yeah.
I mean, the time commitment to invest into being competitive or
Yeah.
being good. Like playing StarCraft 2, if you can
I play that all the time and suck every day.
Yeah, I know.
Still gonna do it.
You could play StarCraft 2 and you could play a 20-minute match, but in order to be good, like you have to really invest.
But I don't know if we're going esports here. Have you played any esports games, Jakey?
Not for a long time.
You played Smash, right?
I do play Smash.
Smash
That
is an esports.
actually last weekend Evo happened.
Mhm.
Evo, the big fighting game championship in Vegas, man. Vegas, baby.
Fights on, babe.
Fights on.
Brian, who are
babe.
your Smash characters?
My Smash character?
Top two.
Which game are we talking?
If we're talking about N64, I go Fox. If we're talking about Melee, I go Young Link. If we're talking about Brawl, I go. Let's do each of them, and if we haven't played it, don't worry about it, just skip it. If we're talking about Brawl, I don't know. I think I go Toon Link. No, I go normal Link. And if we're talking about Smash 4, which I played the least, I want to say I either went back to Fox or Martha Roy, because I always kind of played them in Melee too. What about you, Jake? Top 4.
I've always played Fox.
Okay.
You're a Fox
In
man.
even Melee and 64?
He's
Because they change him quite a bit. He's
I know
heavier in Melee.
yeah, he is, but he's probably my number one. And
the
then
Haley Joel Osment of that
and
game.
then
he
I
is.
almost always play Samus.
And that was Reggie leaving, guys. Sorry that is so quick. He left the
Jeez.
second we heard all the jokes.
Yeah.
So.
So I play Samus and Fox
Okay.
every game.
Yeah, Samus is awesome.
Are
but
you a
I
Kirby
actually-
player then?
The funny thing is, I got pretty good with Snake.
Oh, Snake.
I got good with Snake.
Yeah, Snake's good.
I like the game, like the Ice Climbers and Snake. I like the characters, Mr. Game & Watch, that are like kind of like a wild card.
Yeah.
So when you get good with them, it's good because people aren't used to.
Yeah, they can't
they're
counter
not,
you as
They're
well.
not used to. Who plays Snake?
Yeah, for sure.
Who plays? Eric played Game & Watch,
He played Kirby a
And,
lot
yeah,
too,
he played
though,
Game &
man.
Watch.
and he got good with him. And I was
You
like,
mean Donna?
shoot. I was like, shoot. I didn't like You know,
Yeah.
you don't like going up against him.
Yeah, exactly.
And who are your four, Davey?
Top 8.
If you can,
Top
if you
eight.
know
Here
it
we
by
go.
game, then do it. But otherwise, just give us who you know and love.
64. My major was Kirby, yellow Kirby, always.
Kirby.
Followed closely by a Pikachu and Ness.
Oh,
To
man,
your
those are the
point-
worst
To your point,
characters.
Jake, playing a character that people don't really see a whole lot, Ness, you could do some mad.
His
deets.
bat was great.
His bat was great, but
Oh,
then
yeah, if
also
you can get the
his
wind
his
up.
up B move where you shoot
so
yourself
hard.
into it.
That is
I just committed to
so
practicing
hard.
it. This goes back to playing games on hard mode. It's a lot of
Oh
reward.
my-
in it,
there's
guys.
no
Dude,
reward.
There's reward in playing.
How
Ness.
great was Break the Targets
That was awesome.
in
I love break
N64?
targets.
And
was fun.
Do they have that in
I think they have them in all the games. 4 is the one I know the least, but I believe they have it in Brawl,
Dude.
and I know they have it in Melee.
Break the Targets is...
Yeah, Break the Targets was fun.
I want to play.
I'd still play that.
I
It's
want
just
to play
so
it
funny
again on
because I thought I was
Switch.
giving my characters, and then I was bogarted
Oh,
by this
sorry.
target conversation.
Who else? Who else? Name them.
Nah, that's all.
You. Oh my
I'm
god. Oh,
just joking.
Guys, doing my characters.
Marth for the GameCube Melee,
Nice.
and then for Brawl.
Roy was bear though.
Brawl, well, he was technically.
I
but
liked
just,
Roy
I
a
just
lot
preferred.
more.
I just preferred Marth.
Cause his blue hair.
Blue hair, that's right. Just like me. The next game.
blue hair.
I never actually felt confident enough in the next game to have a main character. I did love playing Olimar quite a bit,
Olimar, yeah, Olimar's cool.
and Samus. I played a lot in that game.
I
as
like
well.
playing Pikachu.
Pikachu's always fun.
He's a good, solid. He's strong. He's always strong.
The
Yeah.
biggest bummer for me is the 4th game. Like now, we were in college when the 3rd game came out, so we would all play a lot more. But the 4th game came out like after college, when
the
everybody was
Wii
like,
U game,
"Yeah, the Wii U
right?
game." It is the best. I think the best game there is. It has it. It handles like Melee, but the problem is none of us played it together. So it kind of like we played it like one
Yeah.
time, and it has an
And the-
8-person battle.
The
which is
3DS,
really fun.
it came out on the 3DS.
Yeah, I can't play a lot of games on 3DS. That's why I pretty much can do just RPGs and a couple like side scroller platformers. It's not an easy console or handheld to play with. I feel like the thumbstick is really not like it's unwieldy, you know, like
4 was awesome though. I remember we played it here one
Yeah,
time.
we
and
did.
there's-
It's
Your
so
wife
much
was
fun.
here. Like there was like
She
6
loves
or
it.
7 people. It
my
was-
wife's a pro gamer, man. She's sorry she's not here right now. She's e-sporting it
Yeah,
up
she's
right now.
e-sporting. She's training.
That's how I learn all this stuff. My wife, pro gamer. She listens to this too.
Yeah. She's a real big critic of the show.
Oh my goodness, she's writing the emails every week telling us all the mistakes we're making.
Counterpoint. My wife hasn't played a video game in 10 years.
Your wife's a #1 pro gamer, man. Leetsor, 420, Hacksaw, sniper, like headshotter. No scope.
Yeah, no scope, op jump.
But no, Evo is out, and I guess Street Fighter 5 was the headliner.
Yeah.
But like, Smash Brothers Melee and the 4th one were there, and they were shown on Disney XD, I guess, which is
in which we have a friend who's now working on that show.
what?
Yeah,
Who that be?
I don't want to
Okay,
out them.
don't out him. Don't
But
out
yeah,
him.
one of our buddies just is now going to be working as a producer on that show.
Oh, boily. I want to know who this is after the break.
Is he a buddy of mine too?
You might know him.
You're an acquaintance of his.
I
Well,
think I know who he is. But
I hate him.
But yeah, so Evo was this weekend, which was
It's my
super
son,
sweet.
Elijah.
I got to
Vita Vita.
I got to see like the last match. And it's always amazing to see those people play. It never makes me want to play a fighting game because there's just so much work.
I can't play fighting games, but I do enjoy watching.
Yeah,
like,
they're
the
cool.
Finals.
I love
I
fighting
love
games.
watching the
I
finals.
just can't play them. They're not fun if you
Well,
suck.
They're- yeah.
I'm just not. Yeah, I'm
And
just
you-
gonna get beat.
Yeah, and you have to spend a lot of time. Like StarCraft is fun even if I suck because I get to make a bunch of armies and move them around the map. I can't enjoy a game where it's like, oh, hey, you didn't play this for 3,000 hours with one character and just practice one move.
I don't like
Yeah.
games where I lose. so
I play a game where I always win. It's called the always win game. Even the AI die.
so
Life, you always win, man.
not to say that Dark Souls isn't in that because I win Dark Souls. But,
I win Dark Souls on the
but
reg.
if
All I
I'm
do is win.
but if it's just like Street Fighter 4 or whatever, and I'm just gonna get beat by these
Yeah.
Hooligans.
12-year-olds, man.
You guys think you're so smart being 12 years
Did you guys
old.
ever play Primal Rage on the Super Nintendo?
I
Dinosaur
tried
fighting
it
game?
once,
Oh
but
my
awesome.
gosh,
my parents
love
wouldn't
it.
let me play it, okay?
Primal
They had a
Rage.
character who urinated
Clay
on
Fighters.
stuff.
Didn't
Clay
hear
Fighters was tight.
Yeah,
Clay Fighter,
Fighters,
that's my jam.
That was a great game. Have you guys tried playing Clay Fighter recently?
Yeah, at your house. It's
Oh
amazing.
my gosh, it is unplayable.
Yeah, it does not hold up very
It's
well.
not.
But actually, I feel like this week there was tons of multiplayer news. There's a little bit of single player stuff to talk about, but beyond that, there's also Diablo 3. I think it was actually last week, but we didn't talk about it. The Necromancer class dropped.
Finally.
Did you guys get to play Diablo 3?
Yeah.
I know you've never heard of it, Dave, and you did not work at Blizzard for the time that it came
while
out.
it was released.
And you don't have a copy of it at all, right?
No, I do
You
not.
don't have the collector's edition?
I actually don't anymore. I sold that.
Oh my god, you were an idiot.
Blizzard.
Made a
Such
That
penny.
was worth
such a cool campus.
$4,000.
Yeah.
I've actually never been to that sweet campus. I wanted to
It's
go.
awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Man, today must be
Inspiring.
They got
plain.
They got a gym. They got a library you can rent.
You're telling me
games.
these things, but I've used them all.
I'm looking
Yeah,
at
he's
you.
never even
I'm
seen
looking
them.
at you, but I'm talking
Dave
to
has
Brian.
never even heard of
My
the gym.
eyes are on with your eyes, but my voice is
As
for
always,
Brian.
as
I've been studying that gym for my
the,
life.
The mouth
okay?
of Brian. Like,
From the mouth of
Sauron.
Brian.
I'm not telling you. I'm telling our listeners.
Okay,
Real
so
quick though, to
let's.
the planes. Oh, sorry.
Oh, go
I
to
just
the
live in
planes.
I just live in a flight path.
He
so
lives
they're-
literally. We're under the airport right now. We're in a
live-
bunker.
I live in a control tower.
We're
With
doing
Major
this.
Tom. Major Tom and
We have
I.
a buddy who works at a control tower. We couldn't find anywhere better to record, so we thought, let's do it there. No, so did you guys get to play Diablo 3 base game when it came out, or what's the expansion called?
Lord of Destruction, or no? That's
No, that's
probably,
2.
That's 2.
I can't remember this one, but it came out
Shoot.
with like the
It's like a
Holy
ghost-
Knight.
yeah,
yeah,
like
that was
how-
like
yeah.
your. Okay, well, anyways, that expansion came out. I've only played it like a couple times. I had it on Xbox One.
a couple times or a couple playthroughs.
A couple times. Period.
He's
I'm
beaten-
still in the.
he's beaten it
I don't
6
even
or
think
7 times.
I don't even think I've beaten the first boss in that game. I really enjoyed it, but I've
Yeah,
only
it's a
played
great
single
game.
player. So
Yeah, I beat it through a couple times with the voodoo guy, obviously.
Oh my goodness, this guy's a Satan
Got the
worshiper.
power of the voodoo. Who do you do?
Yes.
The power of the babe.
No, that's an awesome game.
Labyrinth.
I wasn't a massive Diablo 2 fan though, but people who
Oh, I love
were-
Diablo 2.
I love Diablo 2 as well.
I like the skill tree. That's something I
Oh my
kind
gosh,
of
I
am
hated the skill tree.
bummed
It was
out that
so
they took out.
counterintuitive.
No,
You put,
it's
40
awesome.
It just encouraged people to put 40 points in one spell. It was like so dumb.
Yeah, that's what you do when you're smart. Okay, SMRT.
boring.
Smart.
Anyways, all I was gonna say is the people who love Diablo 2, they didn't love Diablo 3 as much.
Yeah.
And I really enjoy both games. I think every game that comes out of Blizzard is really fun, really
Is really
polished.
dumb, yeah, I
Really
know. But
dumb,
you
really-
need to
yeah.
stop being so anti-Blizzard on this podcast.
Yeah, but,
you hate them, man.
No, Diablo 3 is an awesome
Yeah.
game, and I probably will pick up that expansion because I love the Necromancer from
It's
Diablo
actually
2.
it's like $10, I think, or
Oh.
15. So it's not an expansion; it's just the character.
Oh, that's awesome.
But they've been doing free updates for like a long time, so I feel
Mm-hmm.
like it's fine. They charge that. They don't really charge for anything but
Yeah.
the one thing.
A lot of work goes into creating a new class, especially since there's PvP in that game.
Yeah,
and
it takes like
balancing issues.
10 minutes, man.
Yeah,
So-
10 minutes. You draw the sprite, put it in there.
and
it's
you have a
in.
kid draw it too, like
Yeah,
a
you have a
baby.
kid.
Like you don't pay him.
One of the
either.
developer's sons just gets in there,
Vita
knocks
Vita.
it out.
Vita Vita.
Vita
Vita
Vita's
Vita Vita
there.
Vita Vita.
Have you guys heard of a game called Player Unknown Battlegrounds?
I heard
Yeah.
of a movie called Player One coming out.
It is Ready Player One. Steven Spielberg.
Steven Spielberg.
We love you and we love you and so we love
Sound
you.
like
and
Feel
Super
Good
Ryan.
from Gorillaz.
No, but I am not a PC Master Race person, so I haven't got a chance to play it, but I hear about it and watch that game all the time. Have you guys?
Mod?
It's an Arma mod.
Which was a mod to begin with, wasn't it?
I love it.
Wasn't Arma a mod initially? Or no, Arma was the game. And
No,
then they
Arma's
made
the main game, and then they have the
Daisy.
mods H1Z1, Daisy. Yeah,
Yeah,
those
yeah,
are all
yeah.
Arma mods. But it's cool. It's like 100. You can do it like teams of 4, teams of 2, or one against everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And they drop. You're like starting a plane, and you parachute out anywhere you want. There's a bunch of like weapons hidden around the map, and we may have
yeah.
already talked about this once, but
I don't think so.
it's a game.
Jake,
it's
have we?
coming out to Xbox One. I know I mentioned that during E3. That's the game that
Oh,
Xbox
okay.
announced that I'm like, whoa, okay, this is something I actually really want to try.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so cool. I hear stories about people who are like, you could shoot, I mean, this is in a lot of other games, but you shoot like, tires off of vehicles or whatever. And like,
Nice.
if there's like a video of someone who rides a motorcycle up a ramp into a window of a house, gets out, shoots the guy in the top room, like the top floor of the house with a shotgun, goes down the stairs, kills another dude. It's
Dude.
like the things that people do in that game are
It's Die Hard
it's,
4.
Yeah, it's Die Hard 4. It's that is a game I've been waiting for a long time, and they keep updating it. That's why I wanted to bring it up. It's we can talk about it every week if we want to because there's new stuff they do every time.
Yeah. That game has pretty crazy bullet physics too, doesn't it?
Yeah, it has crazy drop-offs.
Bullet drop.
That's awesome. Like, it's
Yeah.
cool that they did that. It's not bad for a $30 game. For like not a full $60 price, it's doing crazy. I think last time I checked, it sold 4 million copies within the first 3 months.
And how many is it on PS4? Oh, it's just PC.
Just
right?
PC right now, and then it's going to move on to Xbox One at the end of this year and PS4 next year.
Cool.
But those numbers make me want to talk about something else that we brought into last week. Davey Stock Corner.
Oh my goodness.
Davey Stock Corner.
My kitten just
Bring
came
up
in.
those sweet stock news that we've all been about, and we love cats. This is a cat-friendly podcast.
Yeah, let me just hook up the old stocks real quick. Yeah, so Nintendo had a good day yesterday,
Which is crazy.
despite
Explain
I think they were up about 4% despite the drop of that terrible app that got really, really bad press from I think Forbes said something negative about it.
Real quick, Jake, do you know what we're talking about right now? Have you heard about this?
Which app?
It's the
So-
Nintendo like social app to allow you to talk with friends on.
And yeah,
Yeah.
we
So-
talked. Yeah,
Yeah, the Nintendo Switch doesn't have built-in capabilities to handle like online servers where you can talk to people and make parties. So they created a third-party app on your phone. However, that app is terrible and requires you to own a dongle that plugs into your Switch and into your phone. So you have to keep your Switch and your phone next to you at all times to be able to use.
As I always do.
Pretty much all they're saying is like, everyone, like, don't use this, use Discord, like, this is stupid.
Yeah.
So it's funny. That's being released because Splatoon 2 is coming out tomorrow. And Splatoon 2 is a game that I normally would have no interest in. It's a third-party shooter where you don't even really like kill other
Third-person
people.
shooter, you mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Third party.
It's a tagging
third person.
game. It propagates graffiti amongst the youth.
Yeah. It's weird.
It's
It's
a
yeah.
joke.
That's
That
kind
was
of.
a joke.
No, it's not. That's a serious thing, okay, guys? It's all about tagging and graffiti.
It's a big game though. It's a big esports game, isn't it?
They're trying to make it that, and it's really popular because it's got a lot of style and looks a lot of fun. It's one of those games where I would have totally written off. However, the Switch has so few games right now, and it's my console of choice that it comes out tomorrow. There is a very real possibility I'm going to buy it and then maybe resell it in the future because, like, I just want to play something.
That game's only fun if you play it multiplayer though.
I've heard the single player is pretty fun, so I might do that because there's a lot of times where I'm not around Wi-Fi when I'm using my Switch, so the multiplayer isn't like a big draw for me.
But back to the app though, and back to the stocks. Yeah, the app dropped. It sucked. Everyone hated it, which we all pretty much
expected,
thought they would.
yeah.
I think there are some cool things about the app. It keeps some interesting data points, doesn't it? About your match history and
it
things
does
like
a lot
that.
of cool
It's
things.
not worth it.
Yeah, it does a lot of cool things that should just be built in the game, but whatever, they didn't want to do that.
Yeah.
And it keeps like match history, KD, all the stuff that you can find in like a Call of Duty game in just the game itself.
Yeah.
But it's for Nintendo, this is all new. Okay, using the internet is a brand new. The internet's brand new,
If
guys.
only they had
okay?
some sort of formula to follow.
We're talking to you guys through cassette tapes right now. You realize that, right? The internet is brand spanking new.
Yeah, I mean, other than that though, not much else to report in the stock world. It was interesting though that on the day that they had such terrible news, their stocks were up more than they've been up in quite a while.
I think that could be because of Splatoon 2. That game is
Potentially.
supposed to... It sold, I want to say, 3 or 4 million copies on the Wii U, which only sold 13 million consoles together. So 4 million out of 13 million is pretty good numbers.
I think tomorrow's the day to watch then because
Yeah.
the game comes out tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But all of this stuff is in preparation for that. So we'll see. If it dips tomorrow, that will be
It'd be funny.
the opposite
I mean,
news.
It just shows though that the stock market's so volatile.
Yeah, definitely. Like we talked about this last week, but the
Yeah.
Pokemon Go incident, like things like that just prove that a lot of people in the stock market actually don't know anything about these companies, but they're just
Yeah.
willing to invest because they've seen an advertisement or because they think, oh, Nintendo has the umbrella corp.
Yeah.
This actually brings me to my greatest moral and ethical conundrum of all times. Should
we be talking about this on a podcast?
This, guys, you're my friends, you're my lovers, you're my listeners. I love you as brothers and
Love
bed buddies and all the things that you love a person
Pillow
as.
talk.
Digis are on sale right now. Digis, as you guys know, are digital titles. They're on the PlayStation 4 and Vita family. These games are Cosmic Star Heroine, which is a PS4 Vita RPG in the vein of Chrono Trigger and several other greats of its name. They're on sale this week. It and Salt and Sanctuary, which you guys have both mentioned that you love.
I mentioned that I love.
I'm under this conundrum. I'm a Switchy boy. We all know this, okay? I'm a Switchman.
You have a Vita. You like the Vita.
I like the Vita, but it's dying.
Vita.
The Vita is dying, my friend. Should I let it go to rest and not buy these games when these games are actually announced for Switch? Both of the developers are looking into them, and I'm probably going to double dip if I buy them right now. I'm going to double dip and get them games and play them for a little bit on my Vita and then play them hardcore on my Switch. Or should I wait?
This reminds me.
This is crazy.
This reminds
is
me
the hardest thing ever.
Of the parable, not the parable, but the mantra: "A fool and his money are soon parted." This is what's coming to my mind.
I don't see how that's relevant at all. That's probably the stupidest thing I've ever.
10 times.
I don't think I've ever heard of anything stupider than this thing he just said. No, somebody should buy their games 10 times. No, but I honestly, this is literally something that I've been like fighting about the last couple days. Is they're both on sale. I kind of want to play them because there's nothing on the Switch, but I don't know if it's gonna make me pick up my Vita and actually play it and not take Mario Kart 8, which I am just kind of playing because I like playing Switch more.
Do you have any backlog games on your 3DS?
I don't have any. I just, as you guys know, I don't.
Every game
I don't play.
I'm trying.
I have a backlog.
I am trying to save you money, my friend.
Yeah.
I don't have a single backlog game. I only own, as you guys know, I'm very thrifty. I don't own any new games. I don't own Prey. I don't own Horizon Zero Dawn. I don't own Mario Kart 8. I didn't buy Goner. I didn't buy Mighty Gunvolt Burst.
That's too many games.
I definitely don't have games going back into the PS3 and PS2 era of backlog.
Go beat Mass Effect 3. That your little character is now
do
there.
It.
Dave,
I will never
Dave,
do it.
Oh my gosh. Yes, Jake.
Did you
Please speak.
Did
Don't
you
do it.
buy and / beat Fez yet?
No.
Do it.
I mean,
I was my understanding at the
One
end,
finger pointing,
at
three
the end
fingers
of our last
back.
podcast that you were
You
going to
solemnly
buy
blood
and
swore.
or / beat.
yeah, I didn't say
You
that.
solemnly
That was-
blood swore. You took an
I'm
oath upon your
interested. I'm
children.
interested.
We
doing
didn't
that?
talk about it, but you were writing me a note during the podcast,
said,
and you were
I-
like sliding it over.
I
and
love you,
right.
and this is
And I
what
was
I'm
like,
going to do
like
for
me, yes,
you.
no.
Do you? Will you beat yes box?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
And you promised us your children based on the fact that you didn't give us
I know I
this.
did that. Yes. Do I regret that?
I'm going to have to tell Aaron, man.
I'm gonna tell Aaron, man. I haven't beaten Fez yet, but I
Or haven't played Fez yet, guys.
You
I want to
Googled
get to
it
the...
so that you know
This
what it
is the truth.
both statements are true. No, I haven't played that.
I only bring it up again, and I'll probably keep bringing it up because it's one of my favorite games in a long time.
Fez is pretty sweet.
I've beaten it
and
several
it's-
times. The soundtrack is awesome.
It's a sweet butthole. Everyone loves it. Everyone,
Super pretty.
Ooh,
It's just sweet.
everyone knows a
gonna
sweet
have to
butthole.
edit that.
No, that's
Right?
a kid-friendly term. Everyone
He
knows
has
that.
a type.
Everybody knows that as the friendly term. Okay, that's the family. This is a
The
kid-friendly.
fam-
Wait,
This
so
is the kid-friendly podcast.
we're-
Okay, I
we're
want you
leaving-
kids to come on here and listen to us.
Oh my gosh. Okay, we're leaving our friend hanging in his moral dilemma. So
Yeah.
what is the dilemma one more time?
I
you
don't
wanna
know
waste
what to
your
do.
money,
Yeah,
but
I want to waste more
you
money.
want to throw money in the trash
I've been
can.
trying to do that for hours now,
Yeah,
man.
but you just
I
can't.
can't
you're
choose
just
the
too
trash
lazy to
can.
get up to go to the trash can.
Well,
or
there's
what
two
is
trash
the-
cans, and I
Right.
don't know which ones to
Is
throw
one
it
a
in.
recyclable?
Do I throw it in the Switch? Do I
Uh-huh.
throw it in the Vita? No, this is
Wow.
honestly though. This is something like I've been thinking about for the last few days. I want to play Cosmic Star Heroine. It's a game that's very similar to Chrono Trigger, which
Heroin.
I said heroin. It's you do heroin
It's
for
a
most
drug
of the
simulator from
game.
South Park.
It's a South Park Studios game. No, but it looks amazing and fun. But I kind of want to leave my Vita to die in the trash. I want to
Okay.
sell it and get rid of it, and I don't want to play Undertale on it. False. In August 15th, false, because that
Okay.
game looks amazing. False. Actually, false
How much
to
is
that
this
last
game?
false.
How much is this game that you want to play?
They're on sale. They're both $10 when they're normally $20 for Salt and
Alright.
Sanctuary and
Okay, so
$15
now-
for Cosmic Star Heroine. And if you have PS Plus, they're actually cheaper.
Okay, so I think you just answered your question right there. Just go buy it. If it's
Oh
going to
my
bring you
God.
joy and entertain you, Why does it matter what
Do
system
you
it's
know
on?
what joy is?
Why? Okay, I just don't understand this concept of letting a system die. Like, is that a
The
moral
listeners will
stance
know.
you're
Please,
taking?
listeners, respond in chat right now. Give us all your chats and your love on chat. No, it's just something I've been thinking about. I don't know
Yeah.
what to do because I might buy Splatoon 2 tomorrow, which
Is that 50 or 60?
it's 60. But if you have Amazon Prime, it's a 20% discount on every game sold. Okay, and then
Wow.
when you sell it back, you probably sell it for $45. So you're actually only losing $3 on the whole entire expenditure. Okay, have you ever heard of that? Have you heard of buy, sell, loss ratios?
I want to know.
Do you know anything about this?
I want to know what your like recurring monthly bills are for these various subscriptions that you have.
Probably like $10 total with everything.
All right, so yeah, wait, is that game, the heroin game, going to come out on Switch?
They both of the developers have
Heroin game.
tweeted, which is a very serious thing. They have
Yeah.
tweeted that they're looking into Switch development for both of them because the Switch is the new Vita, man. It's gonna get there. It's gonna make all the bronies happy. That's bros who like My Little
Bronies.
Pony.
Are any of us bronies?
We are bronies, okay? I
Oh.
didn't know you guys. I didn't know if I should tell you guys, but I'm Rainbow Dash.
Rainbow Dash.
Rainbow.
Supposed to be a My Little Pony's movie coming.
I can't
that's in the
wait.
works.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love it.
I say just get the GD game. That's what I say.
And then I'll talk about it next week and talk about how Dave ruined my life. Okay, the next week is going to be a
I'll
total.
gladly indemnify you for that $10
Oh my
if I ruin your life.
goodness! Oh my goodness!
All right, what's up
You
next?
will
What's going
indemnify me.
on?
What's been going on? Actually, D23 happened last weekend. You guys know what D23 is?
Yeah, it's the Disney Expo.
Yeah, and do you know what Disney's part owners of? That's also a video game.
Marvel.
Dumb idiot! No, you
Lucas?
dumb trash idiot! You dumb dumpster dummy!
Star Wars.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm gonna smack you so far
All right.
across this
All
table.
right, enlighten us.
DC.
Kingdom Hearts
DC.
3, the number
Oh,
one
Bobby.
game. They're doing it, guys. They're bringing it back. It's
Eight.
only been 10 years since they announced it.
Oh my
Actually, we're
gosh.
only at 8 years.
They should
So
have
it's-
called it Gummy Ship 3. think it would've sold a lot
Speaking
more.
of Gummy Ship,
Yeah?
they did, for all the fans' requests, they were begging. They were
Oh,
saying,
man.
bring me that sweet Gummy Ship. You've left it out of too many games. They said, Kingdom Hearts 3, the Gummy Ship is coming back. Everybody was standing.
Yeah.
They were crying. They
Wow.
were clapping.
I was there. I
Dave,
was
you,
amongst them.
You were loving that Gummy
Yeah.
Ship in Kingdom Hearts 1. Tell all the
Yeah.
listeners.
Yeah.
Tell the listenership
Uh-huh.
how much you love the Gummy Ship.
Uh-huh.
And don't lie. How much you love the Gummy Ship and how
Oh, man,
much
you were
it changed
talking
your
so
life.
much right now. Can I say something?
No.
You were asking me like 20 questions and then I can't answer any
Okay,
of
well,
them.
he can answer now. I'll allow him to.
Okay, all right.
I'll
So
allow it.
I'll allow it. The Gummy Ship is probably one of the greatest sequences in any game in the last
That's true.
25 years plus.
Correct.
Probably predates the gaming history. I would
That's
say.
correct, actually.
So actually, to be legitimate here, I hated the Gummy Ship so much that I actually stopped playing Kingdom Hearts 1 as a kid just because I couldn't stand it. I literally threw up every time I saw it.
I need some backup right now, Jake. I want you to give your opinion on the Gummy Ship Kingdom Hearts 1. I know you played that bad boy. I know you did.
I'm trying to remember. What I do
loved it.
remember is that I did not like it.
Oh
The
my
Gummy
god.
Ship is terrible.
Jake, I need you.
It doesn't even make sense.
I think I pushed through it. I know I
No.
did because Kingdom Hearts
It's-
1 is the only one I beat.
Yeah.
But
It's
not
like
push
giving
through it, you
birth.
that was
did the best thing you've ever done and
It's like
played it.
passing a kidney
It's
stone.
like passing a stone.
That's
yeah.
all this stuff is false, guys.
It
Sorry,
was-
listenership.
Yeah. I'm gonna try and remember right now. Give me a sec.
Every time you address the listenership, you're just talking to us.
Yeah, actually, that is the two listeners are actually on this podcast now. We've lost all the listeners, guys. We can't do it anymore.
Okay, wait, so the Gummy Ship was confirmed for
Gummy
Kingdom
Ship's
Hearts 3.
confirmed, and they did it, guys. They got Toy Story, and not only did they get Toy Story, but unlike every Kingdom Hearts where you just relive the movie, they told Tetsuya Nomura. They said, "Hey, bro, I want you to write a totally rad story that no one's ever seen or heard of or ever heard or seen, and they didn't ever know what's going on. So brand new story set in Toy Story universe. Buzz and Woody." Pause. Buzz and Woody are teammates on this thing, bros. This is
Wow.
This is gonna
huge.
happen. This is happening, guys. I can't even. When they said 2018, tears started pouring out of every orifice in my body.
I can't-
just
I can't say that I'm even remotely excited for this at
you love
all.
it. You are gonna buy 10 copies at $60 each. You're
It's
giving
like-
them $600, Dave.
All these things you're saying are just things like, okay, yeah, they should have done that a million years ago.
No,
Yeah,
false. No.
Finally.
They did.
finally.
Yeah.
They did stuff in their
It's
proper
interesting
time.
to me that you and Donna seem so stoked on this.
Yeah.
Well, once
where
you know the
I'm
light
just-
of your own heart, then you will. Donna could tell you
That's
the
a
story
lore
better
reference,
than
isn't
me
it?
because he's played all of them. I've actually only played a handful of them. They are fun though. To be honest, they're like really fun games. I love the Disney universes, so they're great. I am excited for it. I don't think it's gonna come out next year. It's supposed. I think it was announced in 2013, so I don't think it's coming out anytime soon. But
That's probably safe.
2009. Somebody said it was 8 years since they announced it, but yeah,
It's a long time.
it is like one of those things where I will be excited a month before it comes out, but before then, I'm just gonna take it. Like Final Fantasy 15,
Yeah.
a game that you guys have never heard about at all on this podcast, so we need to
Brian,
talk about it.
Do you guys remember when me and Eric were doing music back in the day, and we played one of our songs to the Birth by Sleep video? Do you remember that?
Never heard of it. Rain Mode, was it?
Yeah,
Possibly.
That was
Yeah.
That was probably
know
one of
it.
my favorite Kingdom Hearts related memories. It was only cool
Listenership,
because
you can find that video on YouTube. Type Rain Mode / Kingdom Hearts.
I don't think you're gonna find it.
You should find it. You guys should have done that.
That would have been
and
cool.
made a million.
And made a copyright infringement. Yeah.
Nobody would have copyrighted that. Okay, nobody owns the copyright to Kingdom Hearts. Everyone knows
That's
that.
true. You're right.
But yeah, honestly, this week that was about it. There was some cool Switch games announced: Retro City, Rampage DX. The Cosmic Star Heroine and Salt and Sanctuary have been teased for a while. The ukulele game, which is Dave's favorite game of 2017, he played it 100 times, bought 4 copies.
Did you play it at all?
No,
I've played it because it's amazing.
I was embarrassed that it was released.
Really?
And he
Yeah.
was lying about
why
that.
so? I
It
know
just-
you loved banjo.
I did love banjo.
and I
He
really
was
enjoyed
willing
banjo.
to be grounded. He would do
That's a
anything
great
for
story.
banjo.
That's a great story.
Tell our listeners about that
No, but
stupid
I'm a little
ass.
curious because I was.
Can I tell the story first?
No.
Don't
Okay.
tell it. Don't.
All right,
tell
Okay,
your
tell
story.
it. Please tell your story.
Sorry, Mr. Schaefer.
Okay, please tell your story.
you defeat him.
Okay, so it was the summer when my mom was extremely pregnant with my youngest brother, and she was very she was really, really sick. And me and my middle brother, we were forced to play Banjo-Kazooie.
Not
all
forced,
day.
That
No
was
one
the best
forces
game.
you to play an amazing.
Well,
game.
okay. I mean, all we could do any day was play Banjo-Kazooie. We played Banjo-Kazooie all day. We ordered Domino's pizza and then watched Bugs Life until bedtime. That was what we
Duh.
did every single day.
That sounds like an amazing.
That's
game.
like the best summer
That
of my
sounds
life.
so good.
You were talking.
That sounds so good.
Oh,
That's
sorry that
really
we
great.
poor listeners.
That
don't
reminds
get
me of
your
like
life.
when I would go to my neighbor's house and play Smash.
Yeah.
You know, break the targets,
Yeah,
and then order Pizza
and
Hut.
we would just
We didn't
play
even get Domino's. Okay, we
all
got
day,
Pizza
every
Hut,
day.
a step
Yeah.
lower.
and then we'd go watch Futurama, and that's all I did for the whole summer.
Oh,
That
man,
sounds
it
fun
was-
too.
Sorry, you've been living such a poor, tragic life, Dave. Okay,
Yeah,
continue your
I'm a little
story.
Caesar's
Okay,
family now.
so
okay.
you played this amazing game.
Yeah, I played this game, and me and my brother, we played it every day, and we got really far. We're going for 100% completion.
Nice.
And we got stuck on that little click clock wood.
You get those Chivos real quick? I want to ask if you got those Chivos.
For this N64, there was
Achievements.
No, there was
yeah,
no
did you
achievements.
get
No
a platinum
Back when
trophy?
games were games,
I-
there were no achievements.
I got achievements for
I
N64,
got achievements
but-
too. My parents gave me medals for.
I'm sure they did.
They
Okay.
made.
Okay, so you
continue.
get to you get
Yeah,
stuck.
TikTok
Alright.
Woods.
So we got click clock woods.
Doesn't matter.
TikTok is not
It's
a
all the
thing.
same.
It's a clock.
TikTok is the name of the character in the game. I don't remember which one, but I'm sure.
Vita Vita.
B2B.
Okay.
That's that guy's
All right.
catchphrase.
All right, so okay, sorry, yeah, dead time. Sorry, yeah, so we got stuck there, and me and my brother were stumped. We couldn't think of anything to do, and so I told my brother, "Hey, I bet you a player's guide would tell us how to beat this sequence." And it was the sequence where you have to plant the eggs in the hole in winter or spring, because it's the level that changed seasons.
Yeah.
And then in the summertime or whatever, it would grow. The plant would grow, and you could get the jiggy at the top. So, anyways,
jiggy.
we didn't know what to do. We were stuck, and so we convinced my grandpa to take us to the Cerritos Mall to go to a game store. I think it was like electronic.
Your grandpa was a sucker,
What
man.
were those game stores?
Electronic
back-
boutiques?
Yeah, electronic boutique. Yes.
Before
Became
we would
GameStop.
go much further, convinced, all I would have to do is just ask,
Who would you ask?
like my
Some random person.
mom
He would
or dad. To take
he would
me to
find
the-
someone
Okay.
out on the streets.
Okay. All right. There's something that I'm not making clear. So my mom was very pregnant,
Yeah.
very sick. The
Nice.
only thing that kept me and my brothers out of her hair was playing this game. She knew that we couldn't beat this section, and she loved it because it kept us busy literally all day.
I love how
See?
your
This
mom
I'm
like figured out
liking.
this game so much. Like, did she
Yes.
watch you guys play it?
No,
Oh my
it
gosh.
made her sick to her stomach because of all the characters, all the way that they talked. When you're in the second level, that pirate guy who talks with burps.
Blarb or
Yeah,
blubber.
she like
The
would literally leave the room when that guy started talking.
Actually made my
Oh my
mom sick
gosh.
too.
It's
when
pretty
that came
gross.
out. It's awesome.
It's
not gross.
So,
It's
anyways,
awesome.
so she knew that we couldn't beat it, and she was very excited that we couldn't because it was keeping us busy. And so we had asked her, to your point, Jake, we had asked her to get a player's guide, and she said no way.
Okay.
Nintendo Power
'Cause-
Player's Guide.
Yeah, because
Nice.
just your word choice was like, there's
I
something.
didn't. I
there's
missed.
something
I missed
more,
a step. Exactly.
There's
So she
something more
said-
here, and you know what? I found it.
I'm glad that you asked. I'm glad you're inquisitive.
And what I
little
found is that
mind.
your mom wanted to hinder you.
Yeah, she
Yes.
said with
Okay,
a devilish
so you get the
grin.
guide.
So we
no.
get. Well, wait a sec. So we go to the store with my grandpa, who doesn't know anything about the rule, doesn't know what's going on.
Nice.
And so
That's what you do.
me and my brother make a beeline to the little rack that had all the players' guide magazines back in the day. made a beeline for that. Found the secret. We were like, okay, Grandpa, we're ready to go home. And he was like, what? We just got to the mall. What are we doing? And we're like, oh,
We need to go home now.
We need to go home now. So
They probably have to pee, right?
Oh,
So he
Grandpa's-
drove us home, and we were gone in like a round trip,
In
like
60
like
seconds.
gone in 60
Like an
seconds with
hour.
Nicholas. Yeah, we were gone for like 20 minutes the whole time, and it's like a 10-minute drive. So my mom was like, "What is going on? Why is this?" And she watches us play Banjo-Kazooie. Me and my brother were dumb, and we literally go directly to the place that we were stuck.
Nice.
Instantly solve the problem that my mom knew about, and we're like, "Oh, Mom, we figured it out. We did it." And she's like, "Where did you go with your grandpa at the mall?" And then she got it out of my little brother, and then she confirmed it with my grandpa.
What a rat. What a
And,
rat your brother is.
Yep. And
We
we and we got majorly grounded.
We got to get that guy on this podcast right now and tell him, hey, you're a rat, bro.
Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, we got grounded for looking at a player's guide, and that's the story.
Oh, well, that's a story that I love to hear.
Hmm.
We need to take a quick breaky poo, and we'll be back soon.
If you're tired of sifting through flea markets for rare and unique games, we can help. Retro City Games in Henderson, Nevada, only 5 minutes from the Las Vegas Strip, has all your favorite gaming staples, classics, and a wide selection of rare games with new stuff always appearing on our shelves. Come in and chat with Nicole or Doug about your love of games and watch as they help you complete your collection or find your childhood favorite. And don't forget, Retro City Games loves trade-ins. So if you have any Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Sega, Xbox, PlayStation, or even PC games, come in and visit Retro City Games today. Welcome to the new metropolis of gaming, Retro City Games.
After that long break, we finally returned from a long journey that we never thought we'd experience. But who knew that you'd experience such a journey on a night like this? The wandering, weary travelers didn't even know what was going on outside.
Is this a Carl's Jr. commercial?
It actually is. We like to celebrate the McRib at Carl's Jr.
The McRib at Carl's Jr. You're like the guy who's like, it doesn't get all over the place. It doesn't belong in your face. They don't do that anymore, but
They don't do that because it doesn't exist anymore.
Right.
We miss those fast food people. We know this is the future where all fast food is banished.
fast foodsman.
We are fast foodsmen. Actually, I want to talk about, for a shortened topic, because we got to get to sleepy poo. It's like 9 o'clock here, guys. We need to get into our beds and snuggle up, one bed for all three of us.
Yeah.
This podcast happens in a bed, too.
Listening to Sheena Easton.
This is called Beddin' with Buddies.
Bed with buds.
Or Beddin' with Sisters, BS. It could be that.
Beds with... You forgot the W.
No, we don't need that.
All right, what's the sequence?
Anyways, I want to talk about when you have that favorite character and they're cameoing. Cameo.
I think it's cameoing.
Cameoing. Cameoing.
Oh wow, let's get to this. Huh?
They're
dragging this out.
cameoing in a game. Like recently, Street Fighter V announced that they're getting a character from Final Fight. Do you guys remember that game? An old Super Nintendo game called Geese. Or no, they're getting Abigail. And Tekken 7 is getting a fighting character named Geese Howard from Final Fight. Anyways, it's cool. They're both SNK characters that are finally getting moved over to other games. I was wondering if there's any games.
SNK stands for Suck and Kiss characters.
Oh my goodness.
Well, you forgot the M.
I can't. I have to edit this whole podcast out now to
So
get rid of this stuff.
What's the
No,
question?
I just want to talk about like what are some of your favorite games that have characters from other series or other publishers or other developers in them? Like we mentioned earlier, Smash Brothers with Metal Gear Solid's Snake. Is there any other game that you guys can think of that's touched you that that has a character that you remember like, hey, that's cool that this character's in this game?
I think if I were a little kid, I would have liked the fact that Sonic was in
Brawl. That was cool.
But as an adult,
rad.
I really didn't care.
Oh, that's because you're dumb and you've forgotten all your childhood dreams.
Quick side note: when I was a little kid, I thought Smash Bros was illegal because I played like a Japanese version of it.
It's illegal.
And I thought it was a bootleg.
Everybody knows Smash Bros is actually an illegal game.
I thought it was like some pawn.
future.
Couldn't just go to a
Fake
game
news.
store and see.
I went.
News, guys.
I went to this really cool old game shop in Fountain Valley.
Ye old game shop
that released Japanese versions of games before they were released in America. And I got to play Smash Bros like 6 months before it was released in like a US version. So at the time I was like, this game is illegal because it was all in Japanese and it was amazing of me.
That is sweet and amazing. Any game that touched you, Jake, that you saw that character and you're like, hey, I love that guy.
I want to be that guy.
I want to be that guy.
I want to wear him.
It was cool seeing Final Fantasy characters in Kingdom Hearts.
That is
So that was kind of tight.
I mean,
pretty sweet.
So
that was just, it was such a, I was like not expecting that.
Yeah, I remember the first time I saw that game. That was like a really cool
That
moment.
was cool, but I mean,
anything recently that you've seen?
nothing coming to mind.
Yeah.
Are you asking with something that's coming to your mind?
No, I mean there's just some stuff like Shovel Knight's rumored for the next Smash Brothers game. Like
that would be cool.
Yeah, there's just a lot of like really cool like Shovel Knight's in Ukulele, everybody's favorite game here that we just discussed.
Is he really?
Yeah, he's in the game because they're just like all the indie developers are just like
They
put
like
my
each
character.
other.
Yeah, it's weird. It's not like you don't have to go through like
That's a plug.
lawyers and lawyerings. You don't like those
We
things.
never got to why you didn't like ukulele.
Oh my gosh.
We will never actually talk about that because it's a falsehood.
Yeah,
that he
We
did.
can save it because I'm
can save
interested
it.
because it looked, I haven't played it, but it looked cool to me. So we can save that.
Okay, we'll shuffle it for right now, and by shuffle it mean
okay.
shuffle it into 1
It'll
minute
come
from
up
now.
again.
You mean
But
shovel
we
it?
actually have
Shovel it?
We did it, guys.
Shovel it.
Superbscast@gmail.com got its first email. Superbscast@gmail.com, and I want to read that email right
hear
here,
it.
right now. It's
Kinda
from
surprised we got an email.
Andy. Andy from Google wrote,
Wow.
Hi, Brink. I'm so glad you decided to try out Gmail. Here are a few tips to get you up and running fast. And Andy, man, he's writing stuff. Let's see if we can answer this. Gmail on the go. With Gmail for Android and iOS, you get real-time notifications so you don't miss important emails, guys.
So
That's
informative
true.
and helpful.
And the best of Google. When you sign up for Gmail, you get a Google account that gives you access to a lot of stuff like Google Drive, 15 gigabytes of free space,
Oh my
guys.
gosh.
You could really make
You're
use of that.
in control.
Can we-
Choose what's right for you. You can review and adjust your privacy and security settings at any time
Yeah.
at my account. And the
You're
replies
just
to
going to
this
read the whole thing, I see.
replies to this email aren't monitored. But if you have a question,
Gosh.
try it
All
out.
right, stop. Please stop.
Oh my gosh.
Please stop.
Enjoy your new account.
I wanted.
So we did it.
monitored.
So please, someone please email us next week.
That's
Please.
that's a tease.
We miss you. But our email is superbscast@gmail.com. We loved it. Anything else you guys want to add? Anything you want to plug? Any holes you want to plug?
No, I'm good.
You're not plugging your job? You don't want to-
Plug for my law firm on the show.
if you guys need professional lawyering, then you
Oh, boy.
contact us. And then review Jake, and then you got plug. Get those plugs out now.
Nothing soon. I finished the first draft of a book, but I'm quite a ways out.
Nice.
Before that's gonna come out.
That's something
so.
we need to talk about next episode. Instead of wasting this BS time talking about Dave about Banjo Tooie or whatever crap he loves and his mom loves too, we need to actually talk about real shit.
And if we can get into your law firm a little bit more.
Yeah.
And your law form.
I'm sure.
Which is,
This is the posture I take while practicing law.
can we get into that form? I want to get some 20XD 666.
Kick up the D3, 3D.
3D3. And we are out. Oh, yeah.